Welcome to Eating Well with Crystal. Are you a beef lover who can't live without beef? But are you also concerning that eating beef and other red meat could increase the risk of heart disease or even cancer? In today's video, let's talk about what you should know about beef and how you can eat beef without compromising your health. And of course, how to meal prep one of my favorite beef recipe and 5 different ways to enjoy it throughout the week. First, what you should know about beef. You might have already heard beef and other red meat such as pork or lamb are high in saturated fat. It can raise your LDL blood cholesterol level, the bad kind, therefore to increase your risk of heart disease. Some researchers said red meat could even raise the risk of cancer, such as colorectal cancer. But does that mean you should completely get rid of beef from your diet? The answer is it depends. If you are currently eating a Western-style diet, which frequently includes processed meats, dessert, refined grains, and French fries, plus the beef, you probably will have an increased risk of heart disease, cancer, and even premature death from your diet. It is really not just the beef, it is a full package of unhealthy eating. On the other hand, if you can eliminate most of the highly processed foods, moderate consumption of beef with loaded veggies and fruits could turn out to be beneficial because beef is high in iron, which many teenage girls and women in childbearing years are lacking. The heme iron in beef can be easily absorbed by our body. It also supplies vitamin B12, which helps make DNA and keeps the nerve and the red blood cells healthy. As a side note, if you're vegan, you're required to get B12 supplements. Additionally, beef is most protein-rich foods, which helps build bones and muscles. Then the question becomes how you should eat beef. The latest government guidelines in my plate suggest 5 to 6 ounces daily of protein from a variety of sources, including the lean meats and nuts and seafood. Proportionally, 2 to 3 ounces a day should be under safe intake. But not all beef are created equally. The lean-cut, grass-fed beef, which is under the government beef grading select type, contains the least fat compared to choice and prime grade. You can notice the increased marbling. Tiny bits of fat in the meat not only add flavor and tenderness, but also makes the beef less healthy. The cooking method also makes difference. I used to enjoy the freshly grilled steak when my husband grilled the steak in our backyard. The flared up, slightly overcooked meat on the surface was my favorite. But if you consume frequently, this type of high heat cooking could increase your cancer risk. That's why today's recipe is essential. Stop debating if you should turn yourself into a vegan or continue to eat meat just for the sake of your health. I hope this video can inspire you to embrace a well-balanced diet. In this recipe, the beef shank is what I'm going to use. Beef shank, the leg part of the meat, is very low in fat because as the cow standing all day long and grazing on green grass, those leg muscles, the shank part, get quite the workout. It's the leanest meat cut. But if you grill it, the meat loaded with connective tissues, which is extremely good for our bones and joints, can turn pretty hard and become a challenge for your jaws to gnaw through. That's why I'm using the low heat and the slow cooking method. This is what I bought, around 3 pounds of beef shank in my local Asian market. First, wash it clean, then soak the beef under the water and bring the water to a boil. It is very common in Chinese cooking. This step is to bring out the odor, the excessive blood and dirt from the meat. Drain the liquid and wash the meat under running hot water. Then put it in the Dutch oven. Then move on to the seasoning step. The 3 pillars of Chinese cooking: ginger roots, green onions, and garlic. The necessary flavor enhancer: dried chili, peppercorn, star anise, and 5-spice powder. If you don't have the powder, you can also put in some bay leaves, clove sticks, cinnamon sticks, fennel seeds, and orange peel. Then add in 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of light soy sauce. Then add in enough water to soak the beef completely under. Then close the lid to bring the liquid to a boil on high heat. When it's boiling, use a mesh scoop to pick out the foamy stuff floating on the top. Then turn the heat medium to low and let it simmer for 2.5 hours. Check the pot occasionally to avoid losing too much soup. Make sure the beef is under the water throughout the cooking. Add salt to adjust the taste of the soup to your preferred level. When the time is up, check the meat using a meat thermometer. To insert into the thickest part of the meat, the temperature of the fully cooked meat should be above 165 Fahrenheit. And you should not feel difficult to insert or pull out the thermometer. Now turn off the heat and let the meat sit in the soup until the liquid is cooled down in room temperature. Then put it in the fridge for overnight. Don't rush this process. This is the key step to help the flavor intensify and sink into the meat. It definitely is okay to eat on the same day after it cools down, but trust me, it is worthy of the waiting overnight. Now let me show you the 5 ways to enjoy the beef throughout the week. This is how it looks when I took it out from the fridge the next day. Compared with eating right after, the beef firms up nicely and can be easily cut into thin slices. The first way is to eat the beef as a main cold dish. Cut the beef into thin slices. Arrange in a plate. In a bowl, add 2 spoons of light soy sauce, 1 spoon of vinegar, 1/4 teaspoon of sugar, 1 to 2 cloves of garlic, 1 to 2 drops of sesame oil. Mix together, then cut half English cucumbers to thin strips. Chop 1 piece of cilantro. First add the cucumber strips on top of the beef. Then pour the seasoning mix in. Garnish with the red chili sauce if you like spicy flavor and the chopped cilantro. Mix and enjoy. The next I want to bring up is the classic beef noodle soup. Boil the noodle first. Then bring the cooked noodle to a big bowl. Then add in the beef slices, a few half-cut grape tomatoes, slightly boiled bok choy. Then heat 1 cup of beef stock. Garnish with cilantro. Then mix and enjoy. You can adjust the taste with a pinch of salt if needed. The third one is to use it as my everyday salad topping. Leafy green as the base, colored veggie as second layer, fruit as the natural flavor enhancer, then top with the small beef cubes. Finish with my favorite dressing. A full plate of deliciousness is ready to serve. I also like to add the beef in my tortilla. Start with the whole grain sheet. Add in chopped onions, cucumbers, tomatoes, then beef cubes. Garnish with some cilantro. Roll it up. Cut in half. Have a bite. A very easy, delicious lunch. The last one, I also like to enjoy it as my afternoon snack. Cut the beef into longer strings. Pair it with grape tomatoes and some crackers, accompanying with my afternoon peppermint herbal tea, a quick energy booster to get me through the day. Now you have it. Which way do you like? At the end, I want to give some highlight to the flavorful braising liquid. When you take it out of the fridge the next day, scoop out the solid fat patch floating on top of the liquid, and fish out other particles in the soup. Use the fine mesh scoop to filter through the liquid. This is the perfect homemade beef stock that can be added in so many other dishes to enhance the flavor. Seal it and put it in the fridge for future use. Now you know a healthier way to enjoy the beef. Try it out to increase your energy level, take in complete nutrition, and promote muscle growth as we age. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more healthy eating recipes and a well-balanced lifestyle. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!